Hello children, your Arun sir going to teach you very important part, that is fertilization. Pollination we have already discussed. That is the transfer of pollen grain from anther to the stigma of the flower of same species. And what will happen after pollination? Pollination already occurred. The pollen grain transferred from anther to the stigma. After that, the next topic, that is the fertilization. And I have told you several times, fertilization means fertilization means union, meeting or fusion of male and female gamete. So fertilization means union, fusion of the nuclei of the male and female gamete. And after fertilization only, the embryo is formed. Embryo, first single cell formed is the zygote. Zygote develops to form embryo. That part we are going to discuss. So fertilization, after pollination, the fertilization will start. And for fertilization, one male gamete and one female gamete is required, because it is a type of sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, male and female gametes are required. Male sex cell and female sex cell are required. Now in plant, let us consider the male sex cell or the male gamete or the pollen grain in detail. First, let us discuss the male sex cell or the sperm of the plant, how it looks, and diagram is very important. You may be asked to draw. So first, let us discuss about the male gamete or a matured pollen grain of a plant. See here, this is the diagram of male gamete of a plant. The outer part is rough, you can see, that is exine. The outer part is exine, and just below that the part is smooth. Smooth part is intine. Means two covering are there. Outer covering is the exine, which is rough, and inner covering is the intine, which is smooth. Now inside the cell, two nucleus are there. Very important to note it, that inside the pollen grain, two nucleus are there. One nucleus is tube nucleus and other is generative nucleus. Two nucleus are present in pollen grain. One is tube nucleus and other is generative nucleus. And this is the germ pore. Germ pore, this pollen grain will develop through the germ pore. So if I will ask you to draw a diagram showing matured pollen grain, you will draw this diagram. Very important question for the examination point of view. Now coming to the female gamete. Female gamete means we have discussed that the female part is the gynoecium. One unit of gynoecium is the pistil or carpel, and inside the pistil ovary is there, and inside the ovary ovules are there. So ovules are the female gamete or female sex cell of the plant. Now let us discuss the structure of the female gamete of the plant. See here, this is one ovule, and inner part of the ovule are this. Upper three cells are there. You can see three cells are there. That three cells are known as antipodal cell. Try to understand. This is diagram of one ovule, and upper three cells are the antipodal cells, and this part, it is food, mass laden food, and this food supplies nutrition to the germinating embryo. This is called nucellus. Don't be confused. It is not nucleus. And such type of questions are asked in examination that differentiate between nucleus and nucellus. Nucellus is a mass of food loading cell which provide food to the germinating embryo. Now, here central cell is there, and in central cell two nucleus are there. So central cell contain two polar nuclei. This cell is the central cell, and central cell contain two polar nuclei. Now come to the lower part. This middle one, larger one, is the egg cell, and two side cell you can see. Three cells are shown here. Middle one is the egg cell, and two side cells are the synergids. Two side cells are the synergids. And this is the pollen tube. This pollen grain germinates to form pollen tube, and pollen tube enters the ovule through the micropyle. Micropyle is the opening. We have discussed micropyle helps in gaseous exchange. Micropyle helps in absorption of water to swell the seed, and micropyle also serves the passage through which the pollen tube enters the ovule. So it was the structure of female gamete or embryo of a plant. Now, male gamete and female gamete we have discussed. We have also discussed that after pollination, the pollen grain falls on the stigma of the flower. Let us discuss what will happen if the pollen grain falls on the stigma of the flower. This is the female part of the flower, one unit of gynoecium, that is pistil or carpel, and upper part is this one is stigma, style and ovary. Let us discuss about the stigma. On stigma, the pollen grain falls. Stigma contain certain sugary substance. It is sticky, contain certain sugary substance, and that sugary substance is absorbed by the pollen grain. When pollen grain gets such type of nutrition, it germinates, and germinates means what? It swells, and now the pollen grain will become like this, and this part slowly will enter and reach to the micropyle. Now, how this pollen tube, we have seen two nucleus are here, the tube nucleus and the generative nucleus. Tube nucleus, here two nucleus are there, and this is generative nucleus and tube nucleus. Tube nucleus guides the pollen tube to reach the micropyle. Function of tube nucleus. Tube nucleus guides the growth of pollen tube so that it can reach the micropyle. Very clear? As the pollen tube, see, this is the pollen tube, reaches the micropyle, the function of tube nucleus is finished. It degenerates, its function is over. Its function is to guide the germination of pollen tube towards the micropyle. Now, how this pollen tube reaches micropyle? The tip of the pollen tube will secrete certain chemical, and that chemical will dissolve the tissue of the female part, and due to dissolution of that, this will enter and slowly, slowly it will come to the micropyle. Very clear? Tube nucleus guides the growth of the uh, pollen tube to the micropyle, and by dissolving the tissue, this pollen tube reaches the micropyle. Now, this tube nucleus work is over. Coming to the generative nucleus or reproductive nucleus. Generative nucleus divides to form two sperm nuclei. Try to understand. Generative nucleus now divides to form two sperm nuclei. Sperm this generative nucleus divides to form two sperm nuclei, and two sperm nuclei enters the synergids. Very, very important. This two sperm nuclei, which is formed due to division of generative nucleus. Generative nucleus divides to form two sperm nuclei, and this two sperm nuclei through the pollen tube enters the synergids. Here we have discussed about the synergids. Two side cells are the synergids. One of the synergids will receive the two sperm nuclei. Now, these two sperm nuclei, one will be sent to egg cells in the middle. One will be sent to egg cell, and one sperm nuclei fuses with egg cell to form zygote. Very clear? One sperm nuclei fuses with egg cell to form zygote. And what about the other sperm nuclei? Yes, the other sperm nuclei by the help of synergids is sent to the central cell. Try to understand. Other sperm nuclei by the help of synergids are sent to the central cell, which contain two polar nuclei, and that sperm nuclei fuses with polar nuclei to form endosperm. Dear children, a little bit complicated. Try to understand. Very, very important for the examination point of view. Once more, one sperm nuclei fuses with egg cell to form zygote, and other sperm nuclei fuses with polar nuclei, two polar nuclei to form endosperm. And we have already discussed that endosperm also give nutrition to the baby plant till it starts, till it is able to do photosynthesis. So in angiosperm, means flowering plant, fertilization takes place twice. One with egg cell to form zygote, and other with central cell which contain two polar nuclei to form endosperm. So twice the fertilization is taking place in angiosperm, and this type of fertilization is called as double fertilization. Very, very important. Double fertilization. It takes place in the angiosperms. One sperm nuclei fuses with egg cell to form zygote, and other sperm nuclei fuses with polar nuclei to form endosperm. And this condition is called as double fertilization. Now, one more thing. See here. One sperm nuclei enters the central cell, and the central cell contains two polar nuclei, and it fuses to form endosperm. Now, two polar nuclei was already present in the central cell, and one sperm nuclei entered here. By the help of synergids, one sperm nuclei entered here. So how many total nucleus are there in the central cell? There are three nucleus, two polar nuclei and one this sperm nuclei. So it is called triple fusion. Very, very important. Two words I have discussed. double fertilization and triple fusion. Triple fusion takes place in the central cell, which contain two polar nuclei with that one sperm nuclei fuses to form endosperm, and that condition is called as triple fusion. So for examination point of view, two things very very important: double fertilization and triple fusion. Now certain more things are there which we have to discuss. Function of synergids: they assist or help in the fusion of sperm nuclei with egg cell and central cell. Function of egg cell we have understood, fuses with sperm nuclei to form zygote. What about the function of antipodal cell? For you, they have no function. After fertilization, they degenerate. They have no function. After fertilization, they degenerate. So what is fertilization? And some more things which we have to discuss here. Integument. Yes. Let me see what things we have. So, integument, when you will see the diagram of germination of a pollen and fertilization, you can see one part, that is the integument. And integument, what is that? Each ovule has one or two protective covering. Each ovule has one or two protective covering, and that protective covering is called as integument. Next part, after fertilization, what happens to certain part? Let us discuss. Yes, ovary becomes fruit, ovary wall into pericarp, ovule into seed, and petal, sepal, stamen, style, stigma fall off. Calyx may either fall off or remain intact, as in apple or guava. Sometime in brinjal, it is seen as a dried sepal. If you will see brinjal, this is the diagram of a brinjal. Here, this type you will see, and green part, that is the sepal in brinjal that remain, and the ovary enlarges to form fruit and ovule become seeds. Placenta, stalk of the seed, outer integument, testa, inner integument, tegmen, secondary nucleus, that is endosperm. Secondary nucleus means central cell containing polar nuclei, egg cell and synergids that forms embryo, and antipodal cell degenerates. So it was about the fertilization. In next video, we will discuss question and answer. Thank you very much, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, like my channel, and you can also write comment. Thank you, children.